Good morning, good morning, good morning, you lovely lot. We are starting the day at about 8:40 and it is Saturday morning. Actually Lee and I are going to take Kenzie to work and then we're off to the garden centre, Lee and I, for some breakfast together. Oh, excuse me. Before popping to get some sheepy bits from the sheep shop. It's not actual sheep shop, it's a farm shop, but you know, from the sheep shop. And yeah, and then heading home to try and do some things that I want to do. Removing the cobwebs. Or the frost proofing. We'll go with frost proofing. I don't think it's Halloween yet. It's like they have to put them to bed every night and tuck them in under their duvet. And then in the morning, they have to get up and wake them all up again. Happy little plants.
There you go, you got extra tomatoes.
Thank you for the tomatoes, lover. He doesn't eat those, he likes tinned tomatoes.
I like proper tomatoes.
You got the big one.
Yeah, that might be a bit.
I can always have some of your butter. I probably don't need any of your butter. I've got quite a big lump for myself. I'm just going to turn that over and it can melt onto my toast. It's a Battenberg with little Battenbergs. That's too cute. That was a Pokemon Legendary event raid that you saw all the feet of the people that I met with this morning. It was just a very quick WhatsApp group get together. There is an egg hatching. We need about 10 of us. Who's available? And we actually managed to get 12 of us all in one spot. Unfortunately, my sister and sister-in-law, Heather and Georgia, and their little boy Jasper did not catch it. So bless them, they drove over to come and join in the event, but actually didn't get to catch it. There is another hatching at about, I want to say 3 o'clock-ish, I think they said. And another one again, I think at 6 o'clock. So there may be the opportunity to whiz off out and do it again, join in with the groups. And it takes quite a few of us. Actually, with 12 people, we did it in no time whatsoever. But in the past, people have tried with 10 and it's been a struggle. So the more people, the better. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. I am now home. I am having a cup of tea. Lee's watching some things upstairs, but I'm just having a cup of tea before I go out and do the bottle feed on the lambs. My parents were going to come over for a cup of tea and do the bottle feeds, but Mum's not feeling too good. So hopefully they will come over tomorrow and do it. Jackie's coming over for some gaming tomorrow as well. Kenzie is finishing work and then being picked up by his friend's parents. This is the friend he was with yesterday, because he's still working on the computer for his friend. And then I'll pick him up at some point this evening. But I'm going to do some herby nonsense. So, because it's been so long, I'm just going to look at my various ingredients that I have on my shelves and look at the various properties and their healing properties online, because I need to familiarise myself again with why I bought them. It'll have something to do with joints probably. And probably it will have been good for eczema as well, because I get a lot of that. So those would have been the reasons I bought those particular herbs and plants. Some of them I did actually forage as well, like the white cloves and the woundwort. So some of those I just had the advantage of having them, dried them out and have stored them. So I am going to come back from feeding the lambs and then set myself up. It's very nice, it's calm, it's peaceful. And I'm going to spend some time with my plants and create something, or maybe even 2 infusions, and then I need to leave them for 6 weeks anyway, ready to make the balms. But I feel like my energy is good right now, and it's a good way of forcing myself to do something for me. So I need to get back into it, and I'm very much looking forward to it. It has been a long time since I've done anything herby nonsensey and soothing for myself. Just going to move my basket out of the way. So I'm going to make 2 things. I'm going to make a tincture for soothing stomachs and discomfort, aiding digestion, and anything that is causing stomach issues like digestion issues due to depression, anxiety, that sort of thing. So sort of a nervous belly, I suppose you'd call it. And I've decided the 2 things I want to use to make this are my cornflowers. I mean, you can pick your own cornflowers, excuse me, and dry them, but I happen to buy these ones. And my wood betony. Now, both of those things have soothing properties for the stomach. Let me tell you the notes that I made on them to remind myself why I'm using them. So, wood betony improves circulation, harmonises the digestive system and its functions, and has a calming effect for anxiety and nervous tension caused digestive system issues. And then the cornflowers treat fever and constipation and stops water retention, or reduces water retention, so it helps to release trapped water, which I feel I have quite a bit with bloating and stuff going on. Also helps with chest congestion, which I don't have, but we are in that season where people are they're recovering from colds because we're coming into spring. But it's that sort of changeable weather, isn't it, where we go from warm to cold, warm to cold. Quite a few people are still quite chesty from the winter period. So I felt it would be a good idea to have some sort of tincture that I could use to protect myself from those things by doing a bit of preventative rather than cure. But I suppose I could use it as a cure as well. But I figured if I made something and took it regularly, it would help. And when I've made it, my sister Jackie's given me lots of these little bottles with pipettes. So when I've sterilised using boiling water, a few of these, then I can pour my tincture into those it's going to take about 3 weeks, I believe, for the infusion to work and to be at its best. So I'm going to use vodka as my base for my infusion. I mean, you can make teas and things, so you could just put these plants into a tea strainer and pour boiling water over them and leave them infused in the tea strainer in some boiling water, and then take them out and drink the tea. But I'm very fussy about my tea, as we all know, and to me that's not enjoyable. But I can take a tincture, but it just feels very odd to say that's a tea in my mind. It's a warm drink, but it doesn't feel like tea, and I don't often find it enjoyable to drink. It's probably blasphemous to say that, but it's the truth. So I find a tincture works better for me, so that's what I'm going with. And the other thing I'm going to make is the thing that I made in my first video, which I will try and link, which was the skin cream, skin balm, which worked amazingly on everybody who used it. It's the only thing that seemed to clear up an irritation and dry skin around my sister's eyes that she was having problems with. The main ingredients for that is marigold and witch hazel, which I've got here, mainly for their soothing, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial properties. And then I add some neem to it, which has got quite a strong smell, but it is beneficial. Neem has the essential fatty acids in it that I'm pointing to this one, this is the neem. It has quite a strong smell, so I use less of it because I don't want it to overpower the overall scent of the balm, but it has all the essential fatty acids that you need for healing the skin. So if you've got eczema or acne or anything like that, then or psoriasis, then I think it's really good to have it in the balm. And it worked amazingly on my skin, and I have eczema and psoriasis, and my boys have had acne and dry skin, so it's worked on both of them as well. But I have now run out, so I need to make more. Oh, and then I add tea tree as well, because that has lots of antibacterial properties, which is really good when you've got spots or open sores from your eczema or your psoriasis. So those are two things I'm going to make. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to add some music. I've probably already added music to this bit in the background, and I will just let you relax while you watch me create my wonderful creations. feeling suitably calmed and relaxed. So I'm going to go and hang out with Lee for a little bit. I think we've got something he wants to watch. Kenzie's still at work till later on, and then he's going to his friends. So there's no rush for us to go off and pick him up. I do need to go and do the lamb bottles about 4:30 though, so I mustn't forget that. I might set an alarm. Don't want to forget a feed, otherwise I'll be in big trouble. It's been raining, which probably means more worms and bugs have come out for Gloria. You coming in, love? Coming in? Well done. It's getting a bit cold and a little bit wet, and it's starting to get dark. Where are you? Around my feet. Did you get rained on? You think I've got it because I fed you earlier? Have you not seen who's got it? I haven't got it.
And I fed the horses once, yes, on Tuesday morning, and then Tuesday evening they went mad when they saw me.
Went mad for you?
Dinner.
Right. Emma has neatly put out the food for the others, so let's... Come on then, girls. There's sheep on the wrong side of the fence.
Yeah, you shut it, but I thought I'll open it in a minute, but there's control.
Is that a thing we have? I'm not sure it is.
Control? No.
Have I got all babies out now?
Yes, you do. I always leave a ball in there as well for pudding.
For pudding. It's the same as their main course. But
It is.
I just realised I haven't finished today's vlog. It's about 8:30, 8:45. Salem and I are chilling on the bed, and Lee's just whizzed off to go and get Kenzie from his friend's house. So we've been watching some Adventures with Purpose, a couple of their videos where they've found people at the bottom of lakes and stuff who've been missing for some time in their vehicles. It's a very good channel. If you don't already support them, I would go check them out, because everybody that views the ad revenue and what have you goes into doing what, you know, helping them do what they do, basically. Anyway, tomorrow, well, first of all, I'd like to say today I've managed to be quite relaxed and calm and chilled and doing stuff for my personal well-being, as opposed to running around like a blue bottom fly too much, and it's been beneficial. And tomorrow I'm going to have a relatively chilled day as well, and I am doing bottles. I am doing lunchtime and tea time bottles, but I'm going to do those. My mum and dad are popping over for a cup of tea, so I will take them up to do lamb bottles. And also Jackie is coming over. We were meant to be doing a Thames Path hike, but with the rain and the snow and the sleet we've had, the water levels are high. All the fields have got a lot of surface water and flooding going on, so we've had to cancel again. But we're going to do a gaming session instead, so we'll be playing some board games and stuff together and just hanging out, and again just having a nice chilled day. And then Monday I'm kind of home based, but I do have a 2-hour web design conference call, video call thing to have. But other than that, it'd just be housework and stuff. So really I've got a good 3 days of not pushing myself too much physically and squeezing in bits of me time. So I'm going to class that as a successful weekend. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, you lovely lot, and I will see you all tomorrow.